Today we're here with Charlie, current world champion and former world record holder for speed blind.
Yep, glad to be here. Thank you.
Today we've got a couple questions for you.
Awesome.
Let's start off with probably the first major tubing event that happened for you. Do you remember your first competition?
My first competition, yes, I do. It was down in Sydney. It was Sydney Open. I live in Brisbane, so it was a 10-hour road trip that I did with my dad and my brother. We had learned to solve just a few months before that, and then we road tripped down to Sydney for my first competition back in 2019. And I remember in 3x3, I was being judged by Felix Mdegs, and I messed up my V-perm, which is like the last step. Messed it up and DNF'd the solve in front of Felix at my first comp. So.
And did you know 3-blind at that time?
Nah, I didn't yet know 3-blind at that point. I think I learnt 3-blind around during COVID times in around like 2020. So about a year after I learnt to solve initially and about 5 years ago now.
My first competition, someone broke the world record.
Oh, who was that?
2023 Osnats.
Oh, it was me. Yeah, nice.
Speed blind world record.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple comp-related questions. How did it feel to be on the big stage on World Championships?
I mean, it was exciting. I practiced a lot to be there. I had been like secretly grinding for like a couple months before Worlds. So yeah, I really wanted all the practice that I had done to actually turn out well and to be able to solve well and maybe hopefully become world champion. But yeah, it was just surreal, like looking out and just seeing so many people in the finals for blindfolded, and with the stream and everything, it was just like, it was a very exciting experience.
Yep, and speaking about all the people, that causes nerves. How do you like help with your nerves?
How do you help with the nerves? Yeah, so I mean, the biggest thing I think is just to focus on the solve. Like focusing on external factors, I find often like causes issues and gets me slow at times. Like if I'm mid-solve and I think, oh no, this is like going to be such a good solve, I just got to do good, cause issues. And I like will lock up and mess up. But if you're just fully focused in on the solve and what you're doing at that moment, then it'll be better. And people do this all sorts of ways. Some people wear earmuffs, some people don't. Some people listen to music between solves, some people don't. It's just about finding what works for you to get as focused in on the solve as possible.
Me and many other people noticed that in the very last solve, you waited for Tommy to finish his solve before you started.
Yeah.
Was there like a specific reason for this, or?
I usually just want to make sure that I'm not mid-solve when somebody else stops and then the crowd might react, because that would disrupt my focus on the solve and could cause issues. So yeah, I just looked across and saw that Tommy had his cube, and yeah, funnily enough, we both had our cubes in front of us, and so it was like, oh, who's going to go first? And then I saw Tommy was just like waiting for ages, and I was like, is he intentionally sabotaging me? He wasn't. But then he did his solve, and then I did mine. Yeah.
So this right here was the scramble he won World Championships on. Would you like to walk us through your thought process and what went through your head when solving it? Yeah.
I mean, initially when you look at the scramble, it doesn't look very easy. But then when you start memorizing it, I realized I had an option here to do something a bit safer that would still be quite quick, or take a risk and maybe potentially get a little bit faster. But yeah, that was just something I had in my mind throughout the solve. And so then when I got to the edges and executing that, it was a pretty good edges, although I had a big lockup when I was executing this algorithm with the S moves and the F moves. I had a big look up there, but then I was like, okay, come on, I just gotta get this done. And then I went super sane or something, and just started solving way faster and turning well. And then I got up to the bit where I had a choice. I could be a bit more risky, or I could just be safe and turn as fast as possible. And I ended up being safe and turning as fast as possible, and I ended up, solving like, 0.2 faster than Tommy or something like that. So it was very, very close.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
All good.
I hope you do good in finals later today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.